have some sails. Cormorant flying by. Wow, it's hot. It's sweltering hot, muggy out here. Whew. We had to get back in the shade. My old stove burner finally burned out. Been using it, 3 years now. A single-use can has gone over about 3 years in salty air, being used almost every day. See, that's a pretty good record, but I had to replace it. Today I got a new one. $5. Cost me $5 to replace my stove, or the burner anyway. I got a welder at work. I may just go ahead and make a new stove altogether. Nice to have a little potbelly stove with a dang pipe to vent the heat out. For those rainy days when it's hot outside but a little rain and I want to cook inside, I want to have the walls closed down, but I don't want to build up a bunch of heat in there. It'd be nice to have it vent right out the roof. But, you know, priorities. I'm not ignoring anyone. If there's someone typing, I'm not ignoring you. I can't see the screen. I'll check it here in a minute. It's a good enough time as any, I suppose. All right, Janice, you're back. And Nana, Salty, welcome back. Thought I'd share the commute with you today. Ooh, might be some rain this afternoon. We're starting to get the rain chances are increasing the next few days. So I've been trying to get ahead of work, get into it early. Plus, man, with this heat, working outdoors, I just get beat by noon. I don't even want to do anymore. I don't think I physically can. Freaking. I ain't as young as I once was. Good thing I'm skilled. Ooh, almost there. Maybe another 50 yards. Ooh. Oh, shoulder's killing me. I slept on it wrong or something. I have to sleep on the other shoulder tonight, so they both hurt. And I'll be evened out. Oh, shade. Oh, the shade for a few seconds is nice. Right back into the sun. If you guys should check a few videos back, there was a little baby gator hanging out here. I got him on camera. Kept coming up to my boat. He was coming around for like 2 or 3 days. Just no fear. I had to scare him off. I want him to have fear of humans. I don't want him getting too friendly. I haven't seen him since then. So I think that little lunge I did must have done the trick. He's around here somewhere, but he's not showing himself anymore. He's not trying to come up and ask for handouts. That's all I wanted. And here we are. Back at the home base. Whew. Yeah, I can't complain much about the rain. Like I said, most times it's in the afternoon and I'm already off of work by then anyway. You know me, I'm freaking half crippled, so I just work half days. It works out. Get some of this grunge off my feet. I went and got some sandals, some cheap sandals, so I can quit having to buy new socks and deal with dirty socks every day. Like, man, I don't know why I didn't do that at the beginning of spring. I usually don't wear shoes till I have to. It's nice to be able to just kick them off here, leave them out. I don't care if they get rained on. Oh, I gotta do a little tree trimming next week though, so I'm gonna have to put some shoes on for that. Can't be climbing in a big tree in flip-flops with a chainsaw. I mean, I could, but it's not advisable. Probably wouldn't end well. Oh, I already got enough trouble with neuropathy in my toes. Ooh, okay. Got the dinghy secured. Let's bring on some groceries and supplies. Sorry if I gotta kind of swing my phone around a little bit. I'm doing this one-handed. You know how it is. think that's it. Whew. Alrighty. I'm gonna flip the camera around, so warning, I got an ugly face. Just gotta warn you so I don't scare anybody. Oh man. I'm telling you, I will be glad when that hatch is finished and these dang canvas be sealed up and I can just open the hatch and step in and out without all that rigmarole. Oh, that's a chore, just climbing in and out. Let me see if I can get you set up here. Oh yeah, and a lovely day if you don't mind the muggy heat. And I'll be glad when winter gets here. I'm telling you, I just love winters in Florida. It's the weather I wait all year for. Oh, there we go. A little airflow in here. Ooh, that's much better. Yeah. This boat is very much built around me, like to fit my specific needs and dimensions. Yeah, I want to make this boat where I can just seal it up and secure the anchor, close it up, and lay in here and watch TV and have the AC running, and you don't even know I'm in here. Okay, well folks, that's about it. Unless y'all got something you want to chat about before I go. Call it a day. I just figured I would show y'all the commute. I haven't been online in a while, so Dave, welcome. Ronnie, y'all are all spilling in here just as I'm about to log out. A bunch of canned fruit. Not as good as fresh fruit, but it'll have to do. Yeah, Salty, check out the previous videos I posted. There's some of them got some good alligator footage recently. Got a close-up. I had this little baby just crawling up on the nacelle right in front of me, like looking at me. It was the craziest thing, just no fear, just looking at me like, hey man, I saw you giving food to the fish, you know, what about me? You know, just looking at me like, what, can I get some? And I was like, no. Because as much as cute as he is, they get big. And you can't have them trained to going up to people. Yeah, I love the gators, but I love them from a distance. I'd rather scare him off so he stays afraid of people, because there's a lot of kids kayaking this neighborhood, and you know, I don't want him coming around thinking he's getting free scraps from me. You don't want him thinking of people as a food source at all. You know, if I wanted to bait the gators in to hang out, I would have got gator footage a lot sooner. You'd be seeing me with really close. They'd be right up on the boat when I come home, you know, and they'd be acting like my puppy dogs. But the thing is, gators don't they don't fall in love with you like a puppy dog does. They just think of you as food supply. And you show up with no food for them, or somebody else does, and what happens is they just look at you as the food. They don't get all lovey like even a bear, a dog, even snakes. I've had snakes that get attachment, but gators ain't like that. Yeah, I'm just saying, Salty, if gators get used to coming to people for food, then they come to someone who doesn't know how to handle gators. And like I said, there's a lot of kids and families and stuff. Like, this isn't even out in the jungles or in the Everglades. I'm like right on the edge of town next to the city park, in a residential. It's not a place. No, there's no place for it. You should never be feeding. The only time a human should ever feed an alligator is that alligator's living in captivity, like at Gatorland Zoo. But somebody out in the Everglades in the swamps feeding gators because they think it's cute from their back porch. No, that is not okay. You're part of the problem. Please report it if you see it, and don't do it. Because somebody else's kid and pets get eaten because of that. Yeah, I mean, I can befriend iguanas, even savanna monitors. I don't have no problem making friends with them. They're not dangerous. They're not going to eat a person, You might whip them with their tail if they get a little excited. Hey, Mike Murphy. Yeah, it's been a minute. I've been pretty much staying busy with work and shit, and just, really, just, I feel like there's really nothing much new to show. Here I don't do the same thing. Like, I was gonna log out, but I got a bunch of people showing up that are chatting and stuff. We have a little chat session here and there. It's nice if people get to, see about my personality more than just like what creatures I'm showing. Yeah, no. Oh, I switch it up from time to time, Susan. It's not always bacon grease. Once in a while it's chicken and beef. But no, these critters here, they got to fend for themselves too. That's another thing. I make sure that there's not enough scraps from my plates going overboard to get them to where, like, they can't rely on that as a everyday, day to day. It's a once in a while when I can't finish everything on my plate. It's kind of hard to avoid. If it goes over, they're gonna get it. I just don't throw it when the gators are around, or I make sure that the snappers get it. And I try to throw it when I know there's more snappers than catfish, because the catfish eat the scum off the bottom, but yeah, it's still, they have to do their regular hunting. They have to keep it's important that the animals around your area don't, especially if you're not going to be there year round, they need to keep their natural instinct to do their own hunting. And it's not so big of a deal if they get a little bit of your scraps, but it is if they stop doing their own regular hunting, and it's become so regular that they don't have to go forage for food. And that little minnow that just hatched, that never learns from his peers to go hunting. Comes there for that meal every day, and then one day it's not there, but he's now full grown and he doesn't have any other instinct or knowledge. He doesn't know what else to do for food. Then he ends up floundering and becoming someone's food. You know, it's surely not fair for you. You're not doing them any good to make it a habit of them coming to you for food. It's not helping them at all. But as you've seen, it's been enough to where they're not even afraid of me now. You know, like it is enough to where they don't consider me a threat, and they do look at me as a source, and it wouldn't be fair of me to do any fishing around here, especially not for these particular species. You know. Yeah. Yeah, you can't complain at them for coming over for a scrap, you know. I mean, they're going to do what animals do. They smell that barbecue. They're coming, you know. Best I can do is make sure that I don't give any to the gators. Try to minimize what the catfish get, just because they don't need it. You know, like I don't like always. When I go fishing, I don't want to catch nothing but saltwater catfish. You know. But I don't hate them either. They're part of the, you know, they're part of the cleanup crew of the environment. They suck all the crap off the bottom. So, got this guy today. That should keep me going for another 3 years. And I just replaced the wick on the other one. I've been burning it for 3 years. I finally got so short I went and pulled some fiberglass off the mat mesh I got over there and tucked it in there, and it started cooking with that. It was working great, and all of a sudden a friggin' hole blew out the side. Oh, okay. Yeah. Might be kind of difficult to snuff out. That's why I keep that whole stove in that metal tray and everything burnable away from it. And if that stove ever were to just pour out flames, it would be in that fireproof container. Would catch it, and I could just grab the fire extinguisher if I needed to. I'd probably avoid using it. It's something you could just snuff out with a towel, but yeah. You gotta, anytime you light a fire on a boat or in a dwelling, you want to consider how it's going to go to put it out. Like all possible contingencies, have it all ready in case ahead of time, just in case. But hey, man, freaking can of sterno for 3 years been serving me. That's pretty good. $5. $20 fold-up stove and a $5 burner. I was kind of splurging on the stove. I could have just used a coffee can. Alright, folks, is that it? Alright, y'all, hope you enjoyed the commute view. Let's give you a last peek before I take off. Till next time, y'all, be good to each other and be good to yourselves.